Hello, welcome. Today we are having a special edition of Traders Talk because I am so lucky to be able to actually invite my fellow trader, Lily, who is a Kashi Koi trader. She is actually very experienced in trading, and let me put her up, and she will be actually sharing today with you some trades, and some strategies where you can actually use. Yourself to actually trade on options in the stock market. Let's bring up Lily. Lily.
Hi, Ming Hong, thank you so much for having me. And really, I think you are more expert than me, honestly. Really, I think so. You are
No,
like
lah,
my
you are you are you
CP.
are the you are the expert.
I think all of us have different
uh,
strategy. You are really
yep.
good with selling food. Yeah, for me, it's
Uh,
like a mix lah, basically. Yeah.
I'm the stingy trader lah. Don't want to pay to for options. Only want to collect
Okay.
money.
I think so. I also want to
Uh,
like everybody wants to make
uh,
money options. Yeah.
uh-huh.
So yeah. So tonight I'm going to share because I think a lot of us, like especially we are talking about option trader, right? Yourself and myself. Sometimes we always wonder which is better. You know, do we want to buy a call or sell a put, right? So for tonight, I'm going to basically share this as well. Should we buy call or sell put? So for my example, I'm going to use Microsoft, right? Microsoft stock, and we know that Microsoft is trending up recently. And why I use Microsoft stock because it's really is a good business. Yeah, and it's also in the S&P 500. So let's without further ado, let me move on. But again, just a little bit of disclaimer. I have not prepared this disclaimer slide, right? Whatever I share here, and I believe what Ming Hong says as well, whatever we share here is actually just for educational purpose. You can actually do your own back test or do due diligence here. But for myself, when I did a back test for this, I really find that certain strategy is better than the other between these
It's
two.
a
Yeah.
it's a learning session lah. I also want to come here and
Yeah.
learn. You see myself.
Yeah. Correct. So it's a learning session for all of us. Yep. So right. So why I mentioned I use Microsoft, right? If you look at you zoom out to 5 years, like at least for 5 years, you really look at it that the stock actually is actually trending up. Yeah, it may zigzag here and there, drop down, go up, but this is actually natural for any stock, right? So,
Microsoft never
but
come
in
down lah. When did they come down?
well, actually, this is one I did was a while ago. Actually, now actually spike up even further. Yeah. So this stock is really good, and I'm waiting for opportunity to go in. Yeah, because I did not go in earlier, but I'm really waiting for opportunity to go in as well. So if you were to zoom into let's say 1 year. And if you realize I put in the two, so-called these two trend line, right? So
As
basically,
Lily, I cannot see. Wait. I forgot to share your screen. Wait
oh,
lah.
okay, okay.
Yep. Ah.
Okay, can ready? Or should I go back? No need lah, huh?
No.
Should I go
This
back one
is
slide? No need. This,
uptrend.
okay,
This
this
is
is good. Yeah,
second. This is slide. Yep.
yeah. So you realize that when I zoom into 1 year, right? This is actually the trend line that I draw on. Okay, and it's like up, down, right? So this is very natural. So when there's up and when there's down, that's when option traders like us really love it because we get the opportunity to go in, do a trade, come out, do a trade, go in, do a trade. It's a rinse and repeat. Okay. So later on, I show you what I mean. So this is uptrend is generally the high get higher. Okay. And the low also gets higher as well. Right. So let's look at buy call. When January 19th, when I do a back test, right, that is when it's near to the support or near to the bottom, January 19th. So we look at this buy call first. So buy call on January 19th, the last traded was 216. And when we do a buy position in options, normally I think Ming Hong knows, we normally do not do it too close in terms of the date to expiry. This 150 here is the date to expiry. We want to choose at least above 120 date to expiry, so about 4 months or so. But if you have a bigger budget, maybe go for 5 months or 6 months. That would even be better. Yeah. But for this example, I'm going to use only like above 120 days. So it's 150 days for here. So we do a strike price of 215 because the last done is 216. So I do a 215 instead. Because when you do a buy call, normally you want to lock in the current low price. Yeah. So and it's no point locking in at something that's higher. So normally you want to lock in at something that is lower than this because there is no 216 here. So we lock in at 215, right?
Yep.
And just like when we buy anything, when we buy a buy call position in options, we have to pay. So in this case, example, right, I have to pay 1.6K for this position. Now,
1670.
yeah, 1.6K, correct. So this would become my initial capital. Okay. I will show you later on how this initial capital actually grows. Okay.
So
So
basically,
one,
that's like 8% only, 8%.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
So
So
you
it's
only
only,
pay 8% to control 100 shares as compared to
yes,
paying
yes,
$21,500 to
correct.
buy the share. You only
Yes,
pay $1,670.
yes, correct,
Okay,
correct, correct,
good deal.
correct. Yeah, good deal, good deal. So fast forward to February the third, right? When the stock price for this Microsoft has actually gone up, okay, to something quite high. To me, probably it's near the resistance, right? So because I may not want to own the stock. So what I do is I close this position by selling this contract back. Yeah. So when I sell the contract back, I actually collect 3.5K. Yeah. So 3.5K to collect it. And when I go to net off what I paid upfront here, my profit is actually 1.9. So you look at it, 1.9 and what this is what I paid is really more than 100%. Just
In
for
1 month,
not even 1 month, 19th to 3rd of Feb. It's
19th
about
until 3rd of Feb, about
it's about
3 weeks.
2 weeks, 2 weeks, two
Two
weeks,
or
max 3 weeks. Yeah. Okay. So
okay.
it's already 113.5% for I mean for this particular Microsoft stock lah, but not
Okay.
necessarily all the stock will behave like that. It really
But
depends. But
what is your
generally the concept like
criteria?
that.
Maybe you can explain to the viewers when you actually go into buying this call, what is
Mm.
the criteria? Only uptrend stocks going into retracements or what?
Yes, yes, correct. That's why I started off just now. Firstly, the
Mm,
stock must be good business, uptrend
yep.
stock, and then like Microsoft is among the one of the top so-called 500 stock in S&P 500. Yeah, but not all the stock in S&P 500 will behave like that. Yeah, so
Okay.
it has to be a strong uptrend lah,
Okay.
uptrend stock. Yeah,
Yep.
so and I mentioned I went in at near support or at the
Mm-hmm.
bottom, and I
Mm-hmm.
get out at near
Mm-hmm.
resistance at the top. So that is
I
my
see.
criteria. Yeah.
Okay, so basically the first thing which you actually look even before you look at the chart, it has to be a very strong company, which
Yes.
fundamentally would be very
Sound.
sound lah. Okay,
Good
and
business.
then after that you start to actually look at the charts
Yes.
to
Yes.
see what is
Yes.
the price action or what
Yes.
is the pattern like.
Yes.
If it is actually going
Correct.
all on uptrend,
Correct. Correct.
meaning 50 EMA above 150 and 150 EMA above 200, right? That is
Normally
actually
I
a
don't look at the
long-term
EMA
uptrend.
lah.
You
Normally I
don't
don't
even
look
look
at
at
the
the
EMA.
EMA.
Normally I don't look at it because I draw the two trend line, then I use that
I
as a guide.
see. I
So
see.
simple, right?
You are the kind of how to say a simple, because there are a
Yes.
lot of traders who actually really look at a lot of indicators and all this before they actually do things. Okay,
No, I don't.
and you are the one who is simple. Okay, you are even
Yeah.
simpler than me, because I myself when I actually trade, right, I already very lazy. I also don't see a lot of indicators. What I
Yeah.
see is only the moving average, and
Yeah.
then probably a stochastic.
Correct.
These
Correct.
two
These are standard
indicators
lah
only lah.
that a lot of
Two
people do.
indicators
Yeah.
only lah. The
Yeah.
other ones I
Yeah.
don't really bother to
Yeah.
also look at it
Yeah.
lah. Too much lah. I
Yeah.
don't have so much
Yeah.
time to
Correct.
actually
Yeah.
do
Correct.
it.
Correct.
Yeah.
Because I know to me, firstly the stock is really very fundamentally very strong, and
Yeah.
the trend is really going up.
Okay.
So
Yep.
if you
Yep.
just follow the
Mm.
basic, you know,
Mm-hmm.
support support
Mm-hmm.
resistance, you do the necessary, you're okay. To me, like, at least when I do this
Okay, that,
backtrack,
that is that is that is correct. I agree with you.
yeah,
Don't complicate things. Make things actually simple. Make things actually
yeah,
simple.
correct.
And of course, if you are going especially on the fundamental strong stocks, the simpler it is already strong, man. I mean, what else you want to actually
Yes,
see?
because the
Yeah,
fundamental is really there.
yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
Cindy has a question here, Lily.
yeah.
For buy call, do you look at delta and open interest?
Yes, open interest, yes. But
Mm,
don't forget, this is a strong stock. And this
mm.
this strong stock,
Generally,
I mean, open
very
interest is
liquid
very
one.
high already. I
Very
always look at
liquid.
the volume. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
why that's why first I start with strong stock, good
Okay.
business. So but once it's there, they will have a lot of volume,
Okay.
open interest will be there. So it's easier because
Correct. Correct. Agreed. Generally, lah. I mean, to add on, uh, uh, all the popular stocks, lah. I would say popular stocks means like all the no more fang, Meng.
I
the the
haven't
the
I haven't checked
the
all the fan
the
yet lah.
main stocks are that means the stocks like Meta or Facebook, Amazon, Apple, Google, and Netflix. Yeah. So these are like the popular stocks,
Correct, correct,
generally
correct.
very what is that, liquid one. Microsoft,
Yes,
very liquid one. Yeah.
yes,
Unless you're actually trading all the not so popular stocks, where you don't even know their names, then you might want to see their open interest before trading, or
yeah.
the other thing we should actually see is just look at the spreads lah. That means the
Mm,
bid and ask spread. If you look at the bid and ask spread, if it is actually very wide, then of course you can say that the liquidity is actually very low. Yeah.
mm, mm.
Okay. What
But
about
actually,
delta?
yeah.
Delta.
Sorry. So,
There's
like
another
I said,
part
I
of the
don't really look
question.
into that.
Delta.
I don't
Cindy
look
was
into
actually
that.
asking about. Okay. Or you don't look at that,
I,
but
I don't.
basically you are just doing it close to at the money, which is at the
For
stock price.
this, yeah, I'm just doing
Yeah.
it at the money. Yeah, because for
That.
me, buy call, I
Mm,
always do it at the money.
mm,
Yeah,
mm,
even if
mm,
I were to do a buy put, right, I always do it at
mm,
the money. I don't
mm,
go
mm.
beyond. Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Okay, so it's very
so
simple for me.
basically that goes around delta 50 lah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, good.
So I move on.
Yep,
Okay.
sure.
So like I said, we do a comparison, a buy call and sell put, right? So
Mm-hmm.
now let's move on to sell put.
Yep. So
So
buy call
sell
make
put,
113%. Remember, guys. Buy call make
because your capital is
113%.
very low, ma. Your capital is
Capital
very low, and
is
then the thing is that
yeah,
the capital is very low, and touch wood, like
yeah,
let's say
yeah,
unluckily the stock
yeah.
suddenly go
Chop.
against you,
Yep.
and then you forgot, you cannot react in time. Yeah, maybe you're
Correct.
sleeping, so I cannot react in time.
Uh-huh.
At most, you lose is only 1,006. But
Yep. You
if
won't lose
it's
immediately. I mean, to lose the full
yes,
1,006 on Microsoft,
correct.
Microsoft will have to die very miserably.
Okay, so okay, let's do a sell put, right? Sell
uh,
put, okay. Of course, sell put on the same date than January 19th because
mm,
it's near resistance. Let's say
yep.
we go sell put, right? Okay, so sell put, we look at short DTE 31 days of 31
Yep.
days, because sell put
Correct.
normally time decay would work against,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not for, I mean, in our
Mm-hmm.
favor if the
Mm-hmm.
DT is very, very short. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So for direct comparison, I use the same strike price of 1215. Yeah, I don't want to do
Mm-hmm.
late because otherwise it's quite difficult for me to do a
Yep.
direct comparison and buy and
Correct.
sell, right?
Yeah.
So, and for sell put, one of the beauty of sell put is that
Mm-hmm.
when you sell, you collect money up front. So in this case,
Yep.
I collect 652. One contract
Mm.
is 100 shares. So 652
Yep.
times 100 is 652. Yeah.
Yep.
But when you do a sell put, right,
Mm-hmm.
you must always remember is that you must have the mentality to want to own the stock. Why? Is
Yep.
because when you sell put,
Mm-hmm.
if unluckily or luckily, depending on how you look
Mm-hmm.
at it, right, the stock goes, in this case, let's say it closed when I sell put on 19, right? Let's say the stock here on 19 of Feb, it closed at, let's say, 210.
Yep.
Means to say that I will be assigned this
Mm-hmm.
stock at
Mm-hmm.
215
Mm-hmm.
per share. So I have to
Yep.
pay cash
Mm-hmm.
of $21,500 for
Yep.
this, right?
Yep.
So that's why you must don't want to, or you must be prepared to own the share. But because
Correct.
it's Microsoft, let's say if I sell a put position and if I have this cash to pay, no problem, because ultimately Microsoft being a strong stock, when you own the share, you can still sell it back in the market.
Correct. The
Okay.
mentality is different lah. I mean,
Yes.
okay,
Yes.
yeah, it
But the thing is that
is correct.
when you sell, right, this is the amount of money that you need to put aside, the
You have to
cash.
be prepared lah. You have to be
Yes.
prepared that you need to
Yes.
fork out twenty one
Twenty-one
thousand
thousand
five
five
hundred
hundred
dollars to pick
dollars.
up the shares.
Correct. But
Yep.
in this case, right, for when fast forward to February the 19th,
Mm-hmm.
the stock
Mm-hmm.
actually closed above the strike
Yep.
price,
Mm-hmm.
4240 above the strike price. So
Mm-hmm.
actually the contract actually expires worthless.
Worthless.
So you
Worthless.
get to keep the six
Six
to
hundred
six
fifty-two
six
dollars.
five two. Okay. So
30
if
days.
you're yeah,
Yep.
correct. About 30 days. So
Mm-hmm.
if you look at the ROI is about
Mm.
3.03% because
Yep.
this is how it's calculated. The
Mm-hmm.
premium that you collected
Yep.
over the commitment that you're prepared to that thing.
Correct.
Yeah. So this is
Correct.
3.3, correct?
Yep. Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
So let's move on again for
Mm.
another buy call. So March
Mm.
the 5th
Mm.
is when the stock has actually moved down again to near the support.
Mm.
Okay. Then we do a buy call again, right?
Yep.
Okay, so I move a bit faster now because I
Mm-hmm.
think you understand the concept already.
Mm-hmm.
So 133 DTE, strike price 2300, which is below the last done. Add the
Yeah.
money here, and
Mm-hmm.
I pay $1,790. Okay,
Okay.
so that is my so-called capital for this transaction.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this
Mm-hmm.
position. So
Mm-hmm.
fast forward to April the
Mm-hmm.
15th, where the stock actually
Mm-hmm.
moved up. I close the
Mm-hmm.
position
Mm-hmm.
and I take this premium net of
Mm-hmm.
1.7 here
Mm-hmm.
about my profit
Mm-hmm.
is this. So for this
Mm-hmm.
open and close here, my profit is 81.7. But
Mm-hmm.
if I look at my initial capital, remember just now when I first started
Mm-hmm.
my trade is 1.6, right?
Yep.
Okay. 1.6 was my initial capital.
Mm-hmm.
You will notice that my profit from January transaction, the buy
Mm-hmm.
call position, and now March buy call position, my profit is
Mm-hmm.
already 3.3K.
Mm-hmm.
The
You
last
added
was
it both
8.
together, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so I want to accumulate so you can see the
Mm-hmm.
direct difference
Mm-hmm.
for this buy and sell. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
total, if I add this, is really about 201% because
Yep.
3.3 over 1.6 is
Mm-hmm.
201%. Now
Mm-hmm.
let's move on to the sell call position, sell put, sorry,
Mm-hmm.
position. Again,
Mm-hmm.
March the 5th, instead of
Mm-hmm.
buying put, we sell
Mm-hmm.
put, right?
Yep.
I mean, instead of buying call, we sell put.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, back to again at the strike price. DTE is 27 and not like just now the 133, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I sell at this strike price and I
Mm-hmm.
collect 613. So this is what I collect. And fast forward to April 1st, the stock again fortunately closed above the strike price
Yep.
of 230. So again,
Mm-hmm.
this contract expire worthless and you get to get a premium. So it's 2.07 based on this calculation. And total from the two sell put contract, your profit is only 1.6. Okay.
Yep.
Next two slides are the last two slides that I share. So because otherwise it's too long, yeah. So fast forward again to May the 13th, okay,
Mm-hmm.
when the stock has actually retraced back to the near the support again.
Uh-huh.
We enter a buy call and now it's 127 DTE. And you realize here I usually do the third Friday of the month. I
The
usually
monthly options lah.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's more liquid lah.
Correct, because
Mm.
the volume is higher. And then you look
Mm.
at the Microsoft, right? You look at the
Mm.
volume here is 29 million,
Yep.
29.6 million
Yep.
here. Yeah. So normally the open interest is very, very high. So
Same
again,
even
for
the
this,
puts is also monthly would be better liquidity.
yes, correct.
Always
I
better
always
liquidity.
choose the
Yeah.
third Friday,
Third
usually
Friday.
lah.
Yep.
Yeah. So you realize that I put in 2 buy call contract and not 1. Reason is because from my first 2 contract just
I
now,
know what
right?
you're doing.
My
You're
profit
trading
is
from your
ready. How
profits
much? Like
already.
8 over, right? Yeah. So I
You are
can actually
using the house money to trade now, not your own money.
exactly you hit the thing. So I buy here. I got thing then when I close here, right? I close the
Mm-hmm.
2 contract at $42 per share, which is a 4,002 times 2
Yeah.
contract is 8,004, right?
Yeah.
So you look at my profit is 5K.
Mm-hmm.
ROI is
Mm-hmm.
149. Okay, but don't forget this is actually 2 months lah, because
Yeah.
this is when it reaches the resistance again.
Correct.
Then again, using my initial capital, all right,
Yep.
you look at it, my profit is 8.4, which is
Okay.
actually from January to July when I closed this
Yep.
position, my ROI
Yep.
is 500 over percent.
About half a year lah, basically. Just trading one stock,
Yes, yes,
Mm.
just one stock, just
Mm.
one stock. But if you have big amount, then you can actually play
Actually,
bigger lah.
Lily, if you notice, I don't know if you notice this lah. If you look at all the trades which you trade lah, all the trades, that means for the maybe for now 10 months you trade lah. If you look at all the stocks you trade lah, most of the profits are only generated. Most of your profits are only generated from a handful of maybe 4 or 5 stocks. The
Yes,
rest
yes,
are making
little bit
200,
lah.
300.
Yeah, yeah, correct,
But
correct.
generally you see, if you notice, I notice it that, oh, how come the few stocks which I trade basically makes up to about 40%, 30 to about 40% of all the other
Mm,
company trades, only
mm,
about handful. So
mm.
again, coming back to so-called stock selection or portfolio selection, right? I think what really traders need to actually do is really try to, how to say, become an so-called expert in certain good stocks. Become an expert. That means that you eat, you sleep, and you dream also on that stock. And you can say that, hey, that stock yesterday price was 330, Facebook price 330, right? Hey, suddenly how come today I saw it's actually 310. Okay, there is actually an opportunity because it dropped to 310 suddenly. Then you actually trigger you to actually go. Then that
Yes,
becomes, how to say, your so-called profitable stocks lah. You just focus on a few. The other you just trade
yes,
it for fun lah. You got so boring, right? You trade
yes.
only 5 stocks ma. Then the rest of the time you do what? You trade other stocks lah, just to make additional $200-300 per trade.
Actually,
Ah,
Ming Hong,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
trying not to do those unnecessary stuff
Oh, you
anymore.
you
Because
try
I
to
find it's a
even
waste of.
save more time.
I
Just
find that it's gonna
focus
be a
on
waste of my
the
time
on
lah.
on
Yeah,
the
just
ones which give
focus
you
on
like eight
this. I can
thousand
ready. Then
dollars
in
in
between, I can
six
relax,
months.
ma. I can enjoy my Korean drama because I haven't got chance to watch Korean drama at all for a long
Uh-huh.
time already. So
Okay, so
I'm
this is the
trying
tip
to.
lah. Okay,
Yeah,
this is
but
this is
important.
one way lah. This is one
Correct,
way lah.
correct,
I think it's a good way, and
correct.
and of course, for those people who have limited time lah. I mean, technically, if you talk about trading 4 or 5 stocks, just using strategies which you are actually comfortable, yeah,
Mm,
that will be a already very good kind of
mm,
income. I mean,
mm.
additional income for you. Yeah.
Correct, correct. And
Okay.
usually when you trade in good, strong
Mm,
fundamental
mm,
stock, right?
mm.
You actually, when the price drop, you don't worry at all.
Don't
No, you
scared
know
lah.
that you will come up. You will know that you will bounce up.
Ah,
So, and then
okay.
the thing is that the best part is that when this, you know that these are good fundamental stock, and when you
Mm-hmm.
know that, let's say it goes down, you want to
Mm-hmm.
own those stock. You can go in and buy
Mm-hmm.
one or two stock or three stock or four stock. You know, then
But
the rest of the money you place
some
option lah.
people like the adrenaline that they buy all the meme stock like the AMC and all those
吓
stocks
死人的那种，吓死人的。
uh, uh okay, maybe you
Those
finish this, then we can
okay,
go
okay.
to some other interesting
Yeah,
topics.
okay. So sell put, okay, this one will be
Yeah,
my last slide. I think so. I'm
yeah.
quite sure, yeah. So so this is sell put, right? Again, May 13
Mm,
the same. Just now I buy call, now I sell
mm-hmm,
put.
mm-hmm.
So at the money again 29.
Yep.
Why I choose weekly here is because I try to show because in sell position we try to have DTE of less than 30 days, 30 days or less. So I try to show
Mm-hmm,
within the 30 days, because if otherwise if I plus another 7 days will be 36.
mm-hmm,
So that's why I
mm-hmm.
purposely show the 29 days, yeah, here.
Yep.
So collect a premium again, 612.
Mm-hmm,
And because the volume is very high, so even the weekly one, the volume is
mm-hmm,
pretty high and the open
mm-hmm.
interest is high. So not to worry about that. Yeah. So sell put, I collect 612 again. And June 11th, when during the expiry, right? The stock actually closed above. So
Mm-hmm,
again, you get to keep this premium because this
mm-hmm,
contract actually expire worthless. So if I
mm-hmm,
were to do a direct comparison, right?
mm-hmm,
Okay, for these two, right?
mm-hmm,
If I do a buy call or sell put,
mm-hmm,
which is better, actually really
mm-hmm,
depends
mm-hmm.
on what you really want. If
Correct.
If you are the one who wants to collect in premium and yet don't mind
Mm-hmm.
owning the stock, maybe you want to
Mm-hmm.
go with sell put, because
Mm-hmm.
when the stock drops down, you can actually, if you have a big fat account, you can actually own the
Mm-hmm.
stock at a discount, because your
Mm-hmm.
premium you already collected upfront already,
Mm-hmm.
just like what Warren
Mm-hmm.
Buffett did back in I think
Mm-hmm.
the 90s, I think, when he did the Coca-Cola share. He
Yep.
actually sell put to get the premium, then until the stock price dropped.
The
Then
price is not right for him lah. I mean, he wants
yes,
to
because
buy it at the.
yes,
I mean,
correct.
Coca-Cola is maybe at
39.
55
It was
and
39. Then he
39.
valued it
He wanted it
35.
lower lah.
Yeah. So he sell
Ah,
put, and then because he sold I think 52,000 contracts or something like that, and he got actually $7.5 million in premium.
okay, we don't have that much money lah.
We don't have that kind of money. But at the end of it, when he got it, it's to him it's a
Uh-huh.
discount, because he wanted to buy it 35. But when he sell
Correct.
the put, right, he got the premium. So actually
Yeah.
after netting off the premium, he actually got the Coca-Cola stock at a
This
discount.
is the concept lah. Get paid while waiting lah.
Yes, correct.
Ah,
But let's say if you just want to, let's say, buy call to collect premium, like what I showed just now, the way that it's growing, you can actually do a
mm,
buy call. Okay.
yeah.
So
Mm,
and then, but doesn't mean that when you do a buy call, right,
mm.
you don't have a chance to own the stock. No, not true. Because when you
Not
buy
buy
a
from the
call,
profit
right,
lah. How much
correct,
share you can buy from the profit now?
correct, yeah,
8,000.
okay. Because of this one, you can actually buy the stock.
Mm,
Okay, but let's say
mm,
later on, let's say
mm,
assuming, right,
mm.
the stock suddenly spike up. Let's say just now was
Yeah.
400 plus. Okay, let's say it
Yeah.
spiked up to, let's say, 800, double. You actually, when
Ah,
you have a buy call position, you actually can exercise your right.
correct.
You can exercise your right, and then my earlier example, I think, was, I can't remember how much. Let's say
Ah,
my strike price was at 400. Now the strike price is the stock price has gone out to 800. I can
yeah.
exercise at 400,
Yeah.
means I pay for
Ah,
100 stock at 400. When the market price is now 800, then I can
correct.
go out to sell in the
Okay.
markets.
Okay.
So doesn't mean that you
This is going to be interesting lah, because once in a lifetime, suddenly the share suddenly pop like that. Do you know yesterday a share pop like that or not? Double in one day. Do you know
which one?
the Avis car, CAR?
Oh, is it?
It
I never pay
double
attention.
the
I think
price
it's
in
on my
one day.
radar.
Then I
Uh-huh.
think it's about 100. No, it's in nobody's radar. Nobody is interested to trade Avis. But
Yeah.
I think it was trading 100 something. It popped up to about 500, 4 or 500 dollars. I don't know.
Wow.
It doubled in price, just because they did announce that they're going to put EV into their car rental portfolio.
Uh, but usually before I do a stock, I mean, I also want to
Yeah,
look at the trade volume. If the trade
yeah,
volume is like
yeah,
700, 500, I normally not that keen.
yeah.
I look at the volume first. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
So I think this is my last slide already.
yeah,
So it really depends on what objective, as you
mm,
mentioned. If you want to own a good business at discount, you may want to sell put, or you want to collect a good premium, then you may want to talk
yeah.
about buying call. Yeah,
Correct,
that's it.
correct,
Right?
correct. Yeah. Okay,
Okay.
good sharing. It's very interesting on the perspective lah. I mean, from a trader's perspective of buying a call, basically, it is actually a directional play. You are directional to say that Microsoft is actually going to go up. Yeah.
Correct.
And basically you're just buying a so-called asset at a low value and wait for it to
Mm.
actually go up, and when it goes up, then you actually take the profit, and then if it can continue to go up, yeah, you roll it again and do another time until you see that okay, it's not going up, you stop and rest for a while until it comes cheaper again, then you go in again and you do the same again, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Buying calls is a directional play. If you have a view that the stock will actually go towards your direction, then it is
Mm.
actually a very great strategy because the profit is unlimited.
Yes, then you can
Unlimited.
double up, because
Ah,
if you're so confident in the stock already, right? You just like
yeah,
what just now, I increased to 2 contract. Then once I collect enough premium, right? Plus my
yeah.
initial capital, I can do 3 contract, 5 contract.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise, just diversify to another stock that's similar in
Correct. Yes.
nature. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay, good. So of course the other side of it, which is actually selling put, I would say it is actually not to say it is not a good strategy because the returns you see are actually lower. In fact,
Yeah.
I personally like to use selling puts myself more than buying calls. Okay, because why you see? Because I want to generate income. You see, I mean, it's like let's say for example the Microsoft example you have shown actually, right? So
Yeah.
every time you actually do in within 30 days, you are actually
Get the
collecting
income.
about $600.
Yes. Yes.
Technically, the strategy is actually a very high probability strategy, which you can actually
Correct.
go in with 80% probability of profit. And of
Mm.
course, when the time continue to go, I mean, when the time pass lah, your probability
Mm.
of profit goes up when it doesn't go down. That means eventually it will continue to go up from 80 to maybe 85, then to 90, and probably by the time 1 or 2 weeks to expiry, your probability already 98%. So it's like a
Yeah.
sure win one. Of course, you got to choose stocks which are
Strong.
also fundamentally strong
Yes.
in order
Yes.
to actually get that high probability and to have that
Yes.
consistent kind of uptrend
Yes. Yes.
intact. Yeah. And even if it falls, even if it falls, I am also safe because it has to fall below my strike. Yeah. I already have a
Mm.
buffer, correct now.
Yeah.
When I enter the trade, I already buy below market. So the price have
Yeah.
to fall all the way to the lower strike in order
For it
to
to be
I me
assigned.
having the risk to actually take
Mm.
up the stock. Correct.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
And the other thing, of course, the reason why I also do a lot of sell puts is that if you actually do it on a fundamentally strong stocks and at the same time, when the price actually drops down even below your strike, and you do not actually want to buy it, you do not want to actually take assignment of the stocks. What I normally do is I just roll the contract for another month. I collect more premium. Yeah, because if the stocks is still around that, even if it goes in the money, below in the money, you can technically still roll it for 1 month to get premium. Maybe not as much as the first round of 600 over dollars. Maybe you still can get 300 or $400 by actually rolling the contract forward. And then
Mm.
you just wait, just wait for the stocks to actually go up back above the strike price which you actually enter.
Yeah. And usually for fundamentally strong stock, let's say like Microsoft, right? Even like this round, you seem to lose a bit when you
Mm,
roll the next month. Sure, the stock
mm.
will go up. Man.
It will go up one. It
It's
will go
really
up
crashed
one.
for months and months. I wish it's not
Yeah.
not likely lah. Yeah.
I seriously I have actually rolled stocks for 4 months, 4 months.
But are
I,
those
I
like
do I do on Baba I'm still rolling.
oh Baba? I don't know what happened to Baba. Don't talk about Baba.
You saw
I
Baba
own. I still have some Baba stock.
Baba I think I was rolling I was actually rolling at strikes of the last one which I got out of it I was actually rolling at strike 165.
Mm,
That means I did some puts at 165, right? So then you
mm.
remember it actually dropped to about 1 4 1 3
Yeah.
something
1 4
lowest.
something, 1 3 something. Yeah.
So at that time we were all rolling, continue to roll it to actually get premiums continue to get premiums So I think that one I did about 2 over months 2 over months. Then I got out of it. I still have some at 175, which is now
Okay.
which was actually coming close to reaching 175 before it dropped again in the last week.
Yeah.
But I'm
Yeah.
bound it go back up But so
Yeah.
so that's
Just
why
hold it.
I said, I mean, as far as so-called risks are concerned, right, it depends on how deep you actually really know how to actually use the strategy. If you really know how to
Mm.
use the strategy, assignment technically is actually not something for you to actually be fearful of. Yeah.
Correct. 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 You must choose the right stock lah, so you don't have to worry
Mm.
at all. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
also got bad stocks, which
You have so many stock. They're not all, I see your list also very frightened. I look at it
uh,
also frightened.
okay, I'm going to share a very interesting one, which is a hybrid to what you do one,
Okay. Okay.
which
Interesting.
is a
Let's look.
hybrid.
Let's watch. Let's
Okay,
watch. Okay.
let's see this hybrid It is in between buy call, sell put, and sell call.
Okay. Buy call, sell put, sell call. Okay.
Yes, we have
Okay. Buy
everything.
call, sell call is really
It's like
vertical.
a salad. It's like a salad.
Okay. Okay.
Let me see. Eh? Oh, okay. Here. Okay, can you see? Oh no. Oh yeah. Wait.
Yeah, I can see.
Can see this?
Yeah.
The full screen, right, with the charts and everything, right?
Yes.
Okay, so this is actually one trade which I have just recently done on this 29th of October. Okay, this is actually
Mm.
a trade on Starbucks. Starbucks,
Ah, okay. Starbucks.
okay.
Okay.
So what happened? Starbucks did their earnings announcement. Okay,
Mm.
so post earnings, I actually enter into the trade the next day after earnings. It's a post earnings trade. So after Starbucks made their announcement, the estimate was actually 997 EPS. Yeah, and the actual which actually came out earnings was actually $1. So technically, it is so-called on target or slightly better than target, right? Correct.
Correct.
Yeah, but
Correct.
the price actually crashed. You see, the price actually crashed. I think about $8 here. The price actually
Wow. Okay.
crashed about $8 here, dropped down all the way to from I think from 112 to 104. Yeah, it's about
Mm.
eight bucks lah.
Mm.
Okay, yeah, about $8. So on that day, of course, what I did was okay. Starbucks generally, you see the trend, right? Is actually quite strong one, ma. You see, it's actually going upwards, right? And of course, during
Mm.
this time, it was actually going sideways,
Yeah.
and suddenly because of the
Drop.
announcement, it actually crashed. So for
Mm.
me, I think certain levels they have a support at certain levels. You can actually see
Mm.
at this level there is actually one support. You see all at
Mm.
this EMA there's one support, and then even
Mm.
if it actually goes down, this was actually some lowest level where it actually went
Mm.
down.
Mm.
So I don't mind to firstly I don't mind to actually sell a put on Starbucks, sell a
Mm.
put, which is
Okay.
what you actually covered, selling put, right? So
Yep.
this selling
Correct.
put is actually at 95. Current
Yep.
share price is actually at 105. Current share price,
Mm.
it dropped to
Okay.
105. I
So it's
did a
sell put at
trade at
95.
95. So basically,
Okay.
this is
There's
actually,
buffer.
I'm actually doing a 10% discount
Yeah.
from the current share price, which
Mm.
has already dropped close to 7%.
Mm. Mm.
Correct or
Correct.
not?
Yep. Yep.
So technically, from the price where before it dropped to here, right, is already going to 95. It's going to drop by 17%. When before
Mm.
it reached my sell put. So for me,
Mm.
okay, 95 is going to be a safe zone.
Mm.
And it won't come. Even if it comes, I don't mind to actually buy
Mm.
Starbucks at 95.
Mm.
Long time it never go at 95 already. Yeah. So
Mm.
I did this, which is actually 17 December, which is actually about 40 over days expiry. Yeah. I collected
Oh, okay.
78 cents.
Okay.
78
Okay.
cents. Okay.
Mm.
Then I said, okay, 78 cents is actually I have a credit. So
Yep.
I said, okay, if Starbucks actually came down, there is no reason why it should actually come down. Market simply just throw it down. I know the market manipulators because it did not, it only do 0.003 cents better. The market manipulators would actually just trash it down and
Mm.
eventually would actually pull it up. Yeah. So
Mm.
I said, okay, I have 78 cents on hand on credit. What kind of trade can I actually do in order to get further upsides
Mm.
besides actually just getting this 78 cents? So what I
Ah,
did
okay.
was actually buy a call like you buy a call.
Ah,
You see, I
okay.
bought a call at 105, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
So I
correct.
bought a call at 105. I paid 272.
Mm. Okay.
272. Okay. And of course, when I paid 272, that means I have infinite profit going up, correct?
Mm. Correct, correct,
So
correct.
being a stingy trader, I said, why do I need to actually pay 272 to buy a call to have a infinite upside when Starbucks would probably not go anywhere above the previous price before it came down, right?
Ah, okay.
So I said,
Okay.
okay. in 1 month, technically it won't go up to 130 or $140 one. So
Mm,
in
mm,
order
mm.
to save cost lah, I sold a call. I sold a call at 115. I sold a
Ah,
call here.
okay.
So I
Okay.
buy a call here. I sold a call at 115. So basically, what it means is that I kept my profits lah to 115 lah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
I
Yeah.
say it won't go up above 115 ma. So I kept
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
off. So I
Mm,
collected another 44 cents.
mm,
So for these two trades, I actually paid 228, 228
mm,
for the spread lah. This is actually what we
mm.
call a spread.
Spread. Yeah.
We buy a call at 105, we sell a
Mm,
call at 115. So this is actually
mm,
a bull call spread. So this is actually
mm.
a spread which I do. And then of course I
Yeah.
was actually holding 78 cents
Mm.
on the
Sell
what is
put.
that, on the sell
Sell
put
put.
side, right? So
Mm,
I actually use that to finance my bull call spread. This is my
mm,
debit trade which I need to pay the market, right? I said
mm.
I don't want to pay lah. I want a discount lah. Give me discount, and I use this to get a discount lah. Yeah,
Yep.
and at the end I only pay
You
for this
pay it
trade
up.
at 150
$1.50, is it?
compared to
Mm,
228. I paid 150. So basically,
mm,
that gave about another about 30% discount. You see, so I get
mm,
discount from the market,
mm,
30% on the debit trade, and
mm,
of course within the debit trade itself, I got another 44 cents discount. Right? Yeah,
mm.
yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I actually got into a very what do we call this? A very cheap entry trade, which of
Mm,
course, in order to actually profit quick on this trade, I need Starbucks to actually jump very
mm.
fast, and because it has a very fast drop of $8, sudden drop here.
It went up already.
Then
Yeah.
of course the
Mm,
rebounds to me it is actually very imminent
mm.
because
Yep.
technically you see this is already a market manipulation player that it
Mm,
actually comes down to one of the previous support level, touches
mm.
it, you see here is actually touches
Yep.
it,
Correct.
yeah, and then basically you take out all the people's stop loss which entered into here lah. With the people who actually
Mm,
enter trade, they take out these people's stop loss, and then basically after that they will pull the price up. So
mm,
so this is actually what I did, and I think after 3 days in the trade, I did it on Thursday. This is actually
mm,
Thursday. Yesterday lah,
mm,
midnight lah,
mm,
the 12:32 a.m. I
mm.
actually sold.
Oh, you close it.
Sold. I
Mm,
closed this part only.
So
I
profit
sold.
is?
Profit is actually 550 minus 150, which is actually $4 lah.
Wow. Oh, pretty good.
Yeah. So
Yep.
profit is
That's
actually
very good.
$4, and I entered the trade at 150, right? But don't
Mm,
forget, Lily, I still have this 78 cents sitting here,
correct. Correct.
95, and currently the price have actually gone to 112, 111 already. So
Mm.
technically,
This is
I
really
now
yeah.
I wait lor. So technically,
Mm,
I wait another maybe here maybe another two weeks max lah, 2 weeks max.
mm.
Then of course the decay here will actually be very fast. Currently,
Yep.
this
Yep.
trade I already made about 40 over dollars profit.
Yep. Yep.
So there's
Correct.
another 30 over dollars here, which if I
Mm,
wait for another 2 weeks, probably I will exit at $5. So this trade
mm,
again, probably I get a 70 cents profit.
mm.
So
Wow.
my profit is going to be $4.70 over a entry of 150 lah.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah. So this is actually what I call a cheap entry trade lah.
I mean, yeah, lah. I mean, this one,
uh,
the person must be like yourself, very skillful, know what to do.
is
Yeah.
is is
Yeah.
is okay one because if you break up of the things in what Lily you taught, right, is on the call side. If you actually understand how the call operates, and if
Yep.
you
Correct.
actually understand how the put operates,
Yep.
then you can actually combine this kind
Correct.
of trades to
Mm,
become another strategy. And this strategy, of
correct.
course, I love this strategy because it's actually called super bull. Is it?
You name it Super
It's
Bowl.
double bullish because the call
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
put
Because
the
sell
put
put and
is
buy call is really
bullish,
bullish.
and
Yeah.
then the call spread is also bullish. So it's actually
Correct.
a double bullish, and you actually enter this trade with this kind of setup. Is actually the best entry, the best entry.
Mm,
Yeah.
mm-hmm. Mm-mm. But this one must have like such a situation, then you go in lah. I mean, if like
Uh,
normal, then it'd be a bit more
if
difficult,
yeah,
right?
you have. That's why
Yeah.
it is actually a so-called circumstances like this
Yep.
that you can actually the price have already dropped a lot. Then you
Mm.
can actually set up a put below.
Mm.
Okay. And
Mm.
second
All right.
one is that you feel that the bounce is actually imminent. And
Mm.
of course it can be a setup like this where you actually see that it actually comes to support prices in the past, or
Mm.
also it comes to a so-called moving average support lah. Also possible because once it goes to a moving average, it can also
Mm.
bounce one. It can also bounce
Mm.
one. Yeah,
Correct.
it can
Correct.
also bounce a lot
Mm.
nowadays, especially if you look at the earnings this month lah. There is
Mm.
actually a lot of stocks which actually come to this type of setup, because you see something different this month's earning as compared to the previous months is that a lot of stocks without any reasons get trashed after earnings.
Yeah. Sometimes it's just a market just like that. Even though they are doing profit, they're doing well. The stock just reverse. It's
it,
like
it,
that.
it's just get trash. You can see some of the things which of course I'm also having an eye on some of these stocks lah. You can see like for
Mm.
example, let's see what stocks are. I don't know if you have actually seen
No, I'm
this.
not looking. I'm not seeing anything now.
Okay,
Okay. Yep.
so this was actually Starbucks lah, and
Starbucks.
then
Yeah.
what other stocks get trash?
Mm. I didn't pay attention to the
Okay,
earnings this week.
TXN was
Oh,
also
Texas. Texas.
yeah, TXN
Oh
was
well.
one
Yeah. Drop.
which actually
Mm.
get trashed after
Yep.
earnings.
Yep. Yep.
Earnings is not that
Wow.
bad. I think they're also meeting earnings. They get trashed.
Mm.
But for
Looks like good
TXN,
entry. Yeah. Mm.
yeah, but for TXN, I am actually a bit careful, which I would
Mm.
probably not. I won't do. I won't do
Mm.
that type of trade because the TXN price movements tend to be very slow and very choppy one. You see the
Ah. Okay.
price
Okay.
movement
Okay.
very slow and very choppy. So for this type of trade, if I actually want to do, in fact, I actually entered lah. I just did a bull put spread below,
Okay. We'll
because
put
bull
spread.
put spread you
Okay.
can actually have a lot of time. You can just sit and relax and wait for it to go ma. So I did bull
Mm.
put spreads at strikes below. I think it was probably at 175 or something,
Yeah
way
lah. Way
below
out of
lah.
the money
Yeah,
lah. Way out of the money.
yeah,
Yeah. Mm.
then you can collect. I think normally when I do bull put spreads, I collect about 30% of the max loss lah. That means if I'm doing a $5 width, right, I want to actually collect about $1,
Mm.
yeah, about $1 or slightly above
Mm.
$1. Normally I will
Mm.
get about 25%, about
Mm.
$1 for five width lah. Yeah. So you do this, then of course you wait lah because it can be choppy. As compared to
Mm.
the earlier trade, it is imminent. Then you do like what I did the Super Bull. Uh,
Mm.
but if it is not imminent, then this type of trade you can do bull spread. If you do call, it's very painful lah.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
The
Because
decay will
it may
kill you
come down
before it
also. You're
goes
not
up
too
lah.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
Especially
yeah,
certain stock where they don't move much, right? Don't do
mm,
buy call. When you do buy
yeah,
call, it's painful. Yeah. It's painful.
yeah. So
Yeah.
what other stocks get trash? TXN is one. The
Actually, what is
others
the TXN? What's the volume?
volume. Let me
Mm.
see. TXN.
Mm.
TXN volume is about wait, 414,000. It's
Oh,
quite liquid also. It's quite liquid also. Yeah.
okay,
It
okay.
has a three star ranking. Three star
Mm,
ranking.
mm.
Three
So
star
open
ranking.
interest wise, enough lah.
It, it's okay. It's okay.
Okay, okay, okay.
Then okay, Amazon again. You see that you actually get trash, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, Amazon, I have not done any trades on this. I was trying to actually enter some trades. Again, for Amazon, I'm also looking at doing bull put spreads at the level of about the lowest level here, something about
Mm,
3,000. That means I'm
mm.
going to sell a put at 3,000, buy a put at 3010 probably.
So you have
which
a
is
spread against you. You have a
which is
forward
a
spread
spread
again.
again, which
Mm,
is basically about one standard deviation.
mm,
I think slightly above one standard deviation. I
mm,
think it is
mm,
about Amazon.
mm,
Amazon basically December 17, 3,000 would be even be about 1.5 standard deviation, which is
mm,
gives a probability of about 87%.
okay, okay.
87%.
Mm.
Yeah,
Usually for
87%.
big
Mm,
ticket item, this is our
mm,
big ticket that thing
yeah,
is it's also wiser to
yeah,
buy a spread because in
yeah.
case touch wood, and
Mm,
luckily or unluckily you are assigned, then it's a
mm,
big account. Yeah, you really have to cover a lot of money. Yeah, so it's
okay.
always better
But if
lah.
you're
Yeah.
doing a spread, you are safe
Yes,
lah. If you're doing a
yeah,
spread, don't
yes,
do
usually,
naked. I don't dare to do naked.
yeah,
I
yeah,
won't
because
do
this is a big
naked
ticket
for
item.
this
Don't do
because
naked,
this is
no matter what. Just
three
for
hundred
spread.
thousand. I sell my car, sell my
Yeah,
house also
times
not enough.
times yeah times another 20 and 330. Your car is also not
Don't do
enough
naked.
itself.
Do a spread is okay because at the end your loss is only the width
Yeah,
of
big
the
ticket item
spread
always
less
will spread. Yeah.
your thing. Yeah, and
Yes.
then of course
Mm.
what other stocks are okay TSM going sideways difficult to actually set up trades for TSM TSM cannot
Yeah, TSM
uh
is like it's not moving up
it's
now. Yeah,
it's
it's just like very bad.
I don't know the thing is actually going sideways but even if it's going sideways
Mhm.
it is difficult for me to actually
Mm.
do spreads on non-neutral spreads like the iron condor neutral
Yeah,
it's
a
also
bit difficult
difficult
lah
to
to
set
trade.
up
Yeah.
because the
Mm.
IV is actually quite low now for
Mm.
TSM. Yeah.
And you
So
realize that even though it's going on the side right, the movement right up down is getting
mm,
narrower. Yeah,
yeah.
getting narrower. So it's quite difficult. Yeah.
Yeah, it's IV is only about 26%. So 26% is
Mm.
actually hard to get premium. I mean, for those the viewers who actually want to Ken is here. Ken which stocks you want which stocks are you eyeing on? Let's see
Is
whether
that go
can
go?
or cannot. Go. Ken wants to actually go. Ken is actually always eyeing on a lot of sure win stocks. Ken,
Yeah, yeah. He's an
you
Amazon
give me
bestseller
some
or not,
sure
Ken?
win lah, so that you also give me some pointers so that I can structure out some options trades using your sure win stocks. Or Lily can see whether this one can buy call or cannot buy call.
I think Ken is better than me on that. Oh, Ken.
Uh,
Yeah.
okay, Ken is another fellow trader
Yeah.
who is actually very good in stock selection and
And
also
predicted with the crash.
also knows how
Yeah.
to predict when is
Yeah.
the lowest and when is the highest of the markets.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. Correct. Yeah.
So we need to rely on each other in order to actually get the best out of all traders.
Yeah. Right. Right. Right.
Yeah.
Mm.
So I mean it has been fun I mean talking to a fellow trader and looking at different kind of viewpoints and perspective
Yeah. Correct.
on trades yeah because there is actually no one style or no one strategy that can actually
Correct.
fit everybody.
Yes.
It
Really
depends
depends.
really on
Yes.
how
Yourself.
you are, how much time you actually want
Yes.
to spend, and
Yes.
also how much capital you have. It
Correct.
also influences what kind
It's
of trades you option strategies which you actually use to trade. Yeah.
absolutely agree. Yeah.
Mm,
Absolutely
mm,
agree.
mm.
So, anybody have any question?
Okay, so for those who is here, if you have any questions, is free to ask, and of course, if we know how to answer them, is then of course we will try our best to actually answer them lah. Yeah, but
Yeah.
if you ask me whether today this stock can actually go up or not, okay,
I
50
can tell
50
you.
chance
It's either up
always
or either
it's
down.
either up or down 50
Okay.
50 chance only. Yeah, but of course if you apply the right strategy you can increase your probability to higher, like just now those trades
Yes.
which I do, I can increase it to
Yes.
80 or 90%. Yeah,
Yes.
using option strategy. If you just buy stocks, 50-50 lah. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Mm, mm.
Okay.
Okay, so Lily, you have anything else you actually want to share with the audience today? And
No, actually nothing already, because it's just that depending, like what you said just now lah, uh everybody, all of us have a different strategy. It so depends on our time, the capital you have, and what you want. You know, some people enjoy income upfront. Some
mm,
people, maybe want to, do a certain strategy. Don't mind paying first and wait a little bit longer. So it really
yep,
depends. And but
mm,
importantly, I think for you and I, whatever we share, whatever strategy we mentioned
mm,
just now, most of
mm,
the time we focus on
mm,
strong stock and strong
mm.
businesses, right? Yeah,
It's
because
give
I
more
think that's
certainty lah.
fundamental.
Yeah, you don't need to
Yeah,
guess
yeah,
guess so
correct.
much lah. Huh?
Correct. So because we know that these are the ones that it's pretty confident that it's always moving up. So with that
Mm-hmm.
one in mind, we are quite comfortable. I would say once you trade, then we are quite comfortable whether move up and down. We are not really that concerned really. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that is, I
Mm-hmm.
think, the fundamental that we as option trader, and I believe in a lot of those value investor, right? They actually go for that as well. So I think that is really fundamental for us. Yeah.
Safety first.
Yes. 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 Yes.
So options trader are not risk takers,
Okay. Yes.
We know
Right.
what we are doing. If you
Correct.
don't know what you are doing,
Totally.
then you got
Yeah.
to contact Lily or myself.
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
write in any
so that
question.
we
Yeah,
can
then we can
actually
revert to you.
teach you or just give our perspective and just uh, to make sure that everybody trades in a proper way, and not risk their hard-earned money yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Do it once you do it properly, you're okay lah. Should be okay. Yeah, not to worry that much. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
So those who actually come and trade options one, I mean
yeah.
they're stuck to it lah.
Try not to tikam lah. No, no tikam. Yeah.
Uh, yeah. So okay,
Okay.
it has been a good session
Thank you.
with you, Lily, and
Thank
I hope that
you.
in the future we can actually
Yes.
do more of this session,
Thank you.
so that I mean fellow traders amongst us can also share with each other, and
Yeah.
also the audience more perspective coming from different people because if you look at the show just now, right? I mean, Lily is actually coming from a perspective of uh, uh, more into actually doing calls, right? Buying calls because she really believes in fundamentally strong stocks that it is technically more or less a so-called high probability trade that she actually enters and then she exits
Mm.
and she continues to actually roll
Yeah.
and do it. Yeah.
Correct.
Whereas
Correct.
for me, I am a different kind of trader. I actually want to take opportunity on shorter terms in and out to actually trade the markets. So it's actually a different kind of perspective. But both
Mm.
sides, I mean, would have their own. Both sides have their own wins, lah. I mean, it
Yes.
is not
Yes.
to say
Correct.
that I'm better than Lily or Lily is actually better
Mm.
than me.
Certainly.
It's only
Certainly.
different
Yeah.
perspective. I spend more
Yeah.
time doing it. Probably Lily spend less time doing it. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
correct. So
Yep.
thank you so much. I
Thank
hope to connect with
you.
you guys again, and for those who have actually came into our trader stock today sharing session,
Do like and share.
I hope that you do like and share, and I hope that you have actually
Yes.
benefited from our sharing session today. Yeah.
Give us a
So
heart if you have enjoyed.
uh,
I have
yeah.
enjoyed.
So thumbs up for Lily, the Kai Shi Koi trader, and Ming Hon, the
Thank you, Ming Hong,
normal
for
trader.
yeah, and thank you all of you for spending time with us and watching
Okay,
our live show.
okay,
Yeah,
thank you. Bye bye.
appreciate
Thumbs
it.
up.
Have a good night.
Bye bye.
Bye.